A new car loses roughly 50% of its value in the first 3 years. That means 50% is money you're throwing down the garbage disposal. But if you buy a great used car with Shift.com, this is what it sounds like. And Shift brings the test drive to you. So be smart. Don't throw your money down the drain with a new car. Visit Shift.com and choose a super streamlined used car buying process.
Trust the name you know. WeFixMoney.com. WeFixMoney.com can help you get up to $2,500 whenever you need it. WeFixMoney.com is still there to help you get the emergency cash you need. If you're looking for cash for credit card bills, car repairs, child care, travel, or any other reason, go to WeFixMoney.com. WeFixMoney.com has been helping customers for over 13 years and has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. It's free to use, available 24/7, and you are never required to accept any loan offered. Some lenders even offer same-day funding. Fill out the form in the morning, and you could get cash that afternoon. So if you or a loved one needs emergency cash up to $2,500, go to WeFixMoney.com today. WeFixMoney.com respects your privacy and maintains the highest standards for a safe and secure experience. If you need up to $2,500, go to WeFixMoney.com. Trust the name you know. WeFixMoney.com.
Items. Can you tell what addiction I'm describing? Depression, guilt, severe mood swings, anxiety, shame, divorce. These are symptoms of problem gambling. Surprised? Don't be, and don't ignore the signs. If you think you or a loved one has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER for counseling at no cost through the Office of Problem Gambling. Brought to you by the California Lottery in partnership with the California Department of Public Health.
To tell you about the 30th anniversary celebration of Dos Coyotes.
Well, I'm sad to say it didn't happen. The world was focused on more important issues, but now we're going big by celebrating the 30th and 31st anniversary at the same time. Every Monday through the end of March, stop by Dos Coyotes for your choice of 4 popular meals for just $10 each. The Dos Coyotes famous Yucatan chicken salad or the chicken burrito plate, coyote eyes with your choice of ranchero, red, or green chili sauce. Since I grew up by the beach, I decided to include our big cat shrimp burrito with extra shrimp, or our wild-caught mai taco plate as part of the 4-meal $10 special.
Join the anniversary celebration at Dos Coyotes every Monday through the end of March with one of our 4 most popular items for just $10 each. For more information about specials and locations, go to doscoyotes.com.
I recently got my ISSA personal trainer certification and already have 5 clients training here.
Amazing. I've always thought about doing that. Wasn't it hard?
Actually, no. ISSA makes it fast and easy. I did their fast track program and got certified in just 4 weeks.
You became a certified personal trainer in just 4 weeks?
Yes. Plus, they guaranteed me a job and my first 5 clients once I got certified.
Are you doing this full time?
That's the best part. I do this when I want. So I'm still doing my artwork and other things I love. It's not a job. It's a lifestyle that pays really well.
I want in. How do I get started?
Just send them a text.
Text RANK to 323232 right now to get started for free. Text RANK to 323232. Get certified and get a job guaranteed. Text RANK to 323232.
Where you can find healthy options and even healthier savings. This week, stock up on Peter Pan Natural Almond Butter. 11-ounce jars are buy one, get one free. A savings of up to 75% versus traditional grocery stores. Also, have a fun frozen treat with Kind frozen desserts. Assorted pints are buy one, get one free. That's only $1 each when you buy 2. A savings of up to 82%. Offers good through March 8th.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
Not have to file for an extension.
She needs new auditors to maximize returns on her family time.
Itemized deductions. Hey, can someone help with these 1099?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
On spring essentials with an extra 20% off with your coupon or Macy's card. That's on top of great deals like the perfect bra for $24.99. Or shop can't miss specials like jeans that go with everything, $39.95. And denim he'll keep in regular rotation starting at $39.50. Plus Macy's Star Rewards members earn on every purchase except gift cards, services, and fees. Sign up today at Macys.com/Star Rewards. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply. possibilities. Enter the AT&T Black Future Makers Contest for a chance to win $10,000 and an AT&T 5G-enabled device. You got this. Learn more at attdreaminblack.com/contest. Must be 18 and older. Other restrictions apply.
That's cool, but with my wireless, I can get one line of unlimited data for half off Verizon.
Impressive. But does yours have 5G included?
Of course. Plus, I get 4 lines of unlimited for only $30 per month per line.
I get that too. And I save big with up to $750 on the Samsung Galaxy S22. You don't get that, do you?
Yeah, I do. And you both get it all because you both have Xfinity Mobile. Break free and get Xfinity Mobile for up to half the price of Verizon. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Reduced speeds up to 20 gigabytes of usage. Xfinity Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G reliability wins in second half 2021. Compares to first-line Verizon 5G Unlimited Play More or 5G Unlimited Do More. Offer ends 3/28/22. Offer taxes and fees extra.
On average, and those savings add up. Imagine what you could buy in the future.
So I used the savings from switching to Progressive 30 years ago to buy tickets to the championship game. You know, between those two teams that didn't exist 30 years ago. Yeah, I'm a big Alaska Palm Trees fan. Which is a team now in the future.
So switch to Progressive and save big because those savings can add up in the future. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
We're next in line.
They need certified technicians to alleviate the headache.
Ma'am, I'm so sorry for the wait. We'll have your prescription filled soon. I need some help.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
New ZQuil Pure Z's Restorative Herbal Sleep is made for people who are tired of being tired.
I've never slept like this before. I've never woken up like this before.
A melatonin-free sleep aid made with a botanical blend that contains clinically studied and effective valerian root, hops, and passion flower, shown to help promote better restorative sleep. ZQuil Pure Z's Restorative Herbal Sleep.
Huh. Award-winning service has a nice ring to it. Say it again.
Award-winning service.
Again.
Hear ye, hear ye. Announcing 2 more reasons to switch to cricket and their award-winning service.
Wow, it does have a nice ring to it. Switch and see for yourself.
At McDonald's. But luckily for you...
Whoa, is that McDonald's?
There's always someone around.
And you got extras?
To help take it off your plate.
Yeah, I like some.
There's a deal for every helping hand at McDonald's. Like our 20-piece Chicken McNuggets for just $5. Or get 40-piece Chicken McNuggets for the whole family. And pair it with an any-size Dr. Pepper for just $1. Price and participation may vary, cannot be combined with any other offer.
Habló sobre los errores arbitrales que ha sufrido el equipo en los últimos partidos y alzó la voz para que no se perjudique más al Guadalajara. En el tema del arbitraje ya son 2 partidos en los que han cometido errores que nos han costado puntos a nosotros. Pero es un tema del cual nosotros no podemos hacer nada, es más de arriba. Solo puedo decir que piten un poquito más parejo, dijo. Hasta aquí la información. Para el show del Tarzán, les habló Elías Conde.
Come rain or shine, the job must get done. And you're the one who makes it happen. We get you, Jackie in Fresno, putting your employee safety first. And Manny in Chattanooga, whose local Granger team knows him by name. We're here for you and all the ones who get it done with 24/7 customer support and access to product specialists to help you find what you need. Call, click Granger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Country, techno, or techno country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Just one spray fights bacteria all day.
Bacteria incoming. Shields up, defenders.
When used as directed, Microban 24 sanitizing spray forms a defensive shield that keeps killing 99.9% of bacteria for up to 24 hours. Touch after touch.
Threat eliminated.
AT&T. Paying homage to the creators, artists, and AT&T Dream and Black future makers who are shaping the culture. Watch now, only on iHeart Radio, Facebook, and YouTube. iHeart-Radio Living Black, empowered by AT&T.
Creators, the Boss Level Podcast features intimate conversations about the video game business with people who bring an XP boost to the table. Get an inside look at how guests got to where they are and how they're empowering others to level up.
Whatever I can do to help inspire other people who feel less than or like they're not good enough or whatever their identity is makes them not worthy of being able to do it.
Listen to Boss Level on the iHeart-Radio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Oh, yeah? Why's that? I just got the new iPhone 13 at T-Mobile. It has the most advanced dual camera ever on an iPhone, so my videos and photos are gonna look amazing. And check it out. I have 5G, even out here. Whoa. I'll be able to post tons of content. Plus, influencers gotta stay fresh, you know? Nice. So, are you gonna learn to sing or dance or something? Better. Yodeling. Ooh, let's hike up that hill and do a live stream.
Let's get ready to rumble! Welcome to the show. My name is Charlton of Big C Sports. This is Charlton of Big C Sports, coming to you worldwide on the Big C Sports Network, on the #1 network in the United States of America. And Big C Sports has been voted the #1 sports show in the universe. Of course, the people who love sports, and that would be me as well. Today is a beautiful day. It is actually March the 4th, 2022. Brando Deportes. Bonjour. The Vinny Beach. I love saying welcome to the show. Today's show is sponsored by your Northern California Cadillac dealers. Home of the all-new Cadillac Escalade, the standard of the world. You go by and test drive yours. Just tell them Charlton of Big C Sports Center, as well as a fleet of Cadillac cars. Also all around the world. In fact, all around the universe. You can follow Big C Sports on 23 podcast applications all over the universe. Give that some praise. I said give it some praise. You can follow Big C Sports on Xfinity, Comcast TV, Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, and a lot of smart TVs all over the universe. And you can find us on podcast applications. There's so many of them. Really do appreciate the way things are run with Big C Sports. You can find us on Google Podcast, Alexa, Spotify, Speaker Podcast, Apple Podcast, Castbox Radio Podcast, iHeart-Radio Podcast, Deezer Podcast, Podcast Addict, and also Pod Chaser. Give me some praise. Count to 10. Hey, I've been doing some sit-ups and also some curls, so I got my stamina back a little bit. So maybe I'll get past 10 for next week. I'm and 11 more. You can also follow Big C Sports Podcast on Geosafon Podcast, out of London, England, Podtail, YouTube, Hubhopper, Stitcher Podcast, Radio Line, Repot, Luminary Podcast, Listen Notes, Podcast Wise, Podbay, Verbal Podcast, and allfeeds.ai. That's the one that scares me, but give it some praise. That's 23 podcast applications all over the universe. Really do appreciate that. And as I always mention, Xfinity, Comcast TV, Apple TV, Roku TV, and Amazon and Fire TV. I love paying homage to my family legacy on my mother's side, the patriarch of the family. I'm going to start with the matriarch because ladies should always go first. My great-grandmother called her Mamo. She was a wonderful, beautiful person, smart, intelligent, very loving, did everything to keep the family strong. Really do appreciate her. And even though she did everything to keep our bellies full, sometimes she would say, boy, go get me a switch. Especially when we mess with my great-grandfather's moonshine. Also, I love to say to my great-grandfather, the patriarch of the family on my mother's side, his name was Pop, former Negro League baseball player and well-known in the church and well-known for making the best moonshine in the universe and for saying, boys, get out of that barn. How many times I got to tell you? You know what? Lightning didn't strike you? And he was actually working on lightning. That's a bold man. He working on lightning. And then my grandmother called her Mud Diaz. She was a seer, very smart, wonderful, beautiful woman, working hard, always making sure the family was together. And she was actually a seer, could look at people and tell you a lot about their past, their present, and their future. Really do appreciate her, even for things that are happening in my life to this day. And then my grandfather Hezekiah, another wonderful person, doing everything possible to keep the family strong. Really do appreciate all the great things that I learned from them. And then my beautiful mother started in fact, the most beautiful mother in the history of the universe, started a Head Start program, a food program and also helped win the Little League Championship of the Universe. Give Mama some praise. I say give her praise, praise, praise. A Head Start program, a food program, and helped win the Little League Championship of the Universe. Come on. Really do appreciate Mama always saying rise and shine no matter what's going on in life. Always rise and shine. And then on my father's side of the family, the matriarch of the family, called her Alberta Curry, a beautiful, wonderful, smart woman, working with my grandfather, had 2 churches in Oakland, California, built a 3rd one in Central California, also owned 2 gas stations in Oakland, always rising and shining and working hard. And then my beautiful grandfather on my father's side, name is Albert Curry, a pastor, again, had 2 churches in Oakland, built a 3rd one in Central California, and then had the 2 gas stations in Oakland, California as well. Always working hard, developing his mind to his highest extent. And then my father, former retired Air Force pilot and chief mechanic, making sure that planes can fly high so we could all stay safe at night. And boy, we all need to stay safe now with everything going on in Ukraine and Russia. May detente prevail, please. And then I also want to say I really appreciate the times that I've had with my brother Todd. Todd's voice sounded like thunder and lightning when Todd would speak. Again, I always say our favorite movie was Scarface, but some people thought it was too scary. Too violent even. So we settled on Pulp Fiction. And the favorite line before the boxing match, I guess we have a UFC fight going down, was Mazvadov this week also. And I think what Bruce Willis was told by Vin Rames is your butt goes down in the 4th round. He says, say that blip. And then he said, that stinging sensation you're feeling, that's pride flipping with you. What he said, fluff pride. I'm glad I got away with that one. Fluff pride. Gotta be careful what you say. Sometimes you can be monitored on radio and podcasts, but I said fluff, and it's all fair and level war. I also want to say to my daughter Daisy, the most beautiful daughter in the history of the universe, really smart, college graduated in 3.5 years with 2 degrees with honors, and actually helped set up the first interview with Big C Sports back at Salem Media. Really do appreciate Daisy. Always would help me set up when college coaches would come to the West Coast and do work with Big C Sports. So I really do appreciate her. And then my son, Malcolm, the most handsome son in the history of the universe, always working hard, rising and shining, a college student, a sophomore in college. Wakanda forever. That's what I always tell Malcolm. Never let anyone come between you and your family. And then Malcolm is also a very smart college student. He often knows NBA stats inside and out. Oftentimes will send me stats on the NBA. Really do appreciate him as he rises and shines and becomes a wonderful person. And then Big C, with all of his knowledge over the years, you gotta believe, you gotta believe, you gotta believe. Give everybody some praise. I love giving praise for Big C Sports Podcast. And I love also, as I give lots of praise, I love paying homage to my great-grandfather, as a lot of boxers have started it now, but he's the first one that started it when I was a young boy. He was coming out of that barn and saying, let's get ready to rumble! I love saying welcome to the show. FB nominated Big C Sports Podcast. What a happy Friday. I'm telling you, no scripts, no 3-way teleprompters, no producer in my ear, just a little bit of earwax, and I use it as chapstick when I run out of chapstick. But also, the show is no producer in my ear, but the show is done fresh daily, just like the Big C coffee in the morning. Every time you get up, the best part of waking up is having Big C coffee in your cup. Also, if you've ever gone by Krispy Kremes, some sports shows, they do their shows 3 or 4 times a day. The same show is just rehashed. And with Big C Sports, it's fresh like the Krispy Kreme donuts when they come off that conveyor belt. You don't want to go to Krispy Kreme and the donut's been 3 days old. Nobody wants that. Well, it's fresh just like Krispy Kreme donuts, all fair and level, where I give it to you once a day. That's all some people can stomach. That's, if you can't laugh at yourself, you can't laugh at anybody. Once enough. I always honor God. I walk and talk by faith and not by sight. And then what I just was reminded by some people that work in broadcast, like, how do you do all this? Well, I do the show every day, Monday through Friday. I always produce. I direct the topics. I broadcast the shows. I do all of the sound effects that are provided by the agency. We can all use more laughter in our lives. The commercials are done. The storytelling is done. And man, I don't want to say this too much, but LeBron James for 3. Man, they got to get their groove back. they haven't won a game since the All-Star break. They just got had by the Los Angeles Clippers last night, and now Golden State comes in town, leaking a little bit of oil, need to get in their groove back too. So it might get pretty tough down there at Crypto.com Arena. They talk about trading Russell Westbrook. They might want to trade the name Crypto.com Arena. You know how it is with crypto. Sometimes you're rich, sometimes you're not. Same day. Maybe that's a bad omen. Just like cryptocurrencies, people say they're rich in Bitcoin, the same day they're broke. And look at what's happened to the Lakers since they put Crypto.com Arena on the top of what used to be Staples Center. It's just something to make you go, the great Arsenio Hall used to say that back in the day. Also, as I say, I never missed a show. I uploaded to 23 platforms. It goes out to 23 platforms, but I never missed a show since doing Big C Sports back on September 12, 2015 at Salem Media. And now I believe I'm the only sports show, I might be wrong, but I think I'm the only sports show in the universe that always honors God. I heard it when I was growing up as a young boy in the book of Genesis, chapter 13, verse 15. For all the land that thou seest will I give you, and thy seed forever, especially if you keep messing with that moonshine. In the book of James, chapter 4, verse 2 said, you have not because you ask not. If you want something, just ask. All you can do is ask. The answer is either yes or no. It's always no if you don't ask. If you ask, you have a chance. You just got to ask. I also want to say thank you to Xfinity, Comcast TV, and Comcast Spotlight Effect TV for presenting Big C Sports to the universe. Just like in Genesis 1:3. God said, let there be light. Open your cell phone or electronic devices and say play Big C Sports Podcast. You will see the apps pop up everywhere in the world. Even, from rumor has it, even on an aircraft carrier. It's all fair. Could you imagine on an aircraft carrier and they're sailing the 7 seas and someone saying, let's get ready to rumble? That might scare the people. Maybe they should play that to Putin. That'll scare us, but if that makes sense to you. I always ask people to Google the Forbes top sports agents, and that's an industry that I'm getting certified for with Big C Sports Podcast, and that will happen in 2022. And sports agents generated over $41.2 billion in contracts for some of the world's top athletes. So the goal is to be, after I complete my certifications, will be able to represent NFL, NBA, and Major League Baseball players. But I'm also saying, man, soccer allows you to get 10%. Maybe get in that too. But it's all fair and level, whereas take one step at a time. I think Nipsey Hussle had a quote that is saying, instead of trying to build a whole wall, just lay one brick at a time. And that's what I'm doing with Big C Sports, laying one brick at a time. But working with some of the top sports agency, actually is a black man that got me, that pulled me into the industry by talking to me about it. I interviewed some sports agents back in 2018 and on a television program. And it's amazing how they stick with you. When people know that when you do good work and you show up every day, you rise and shine, people find you. You can Google almost anything nowadays. And so I really do appreciate that. But if you think about the total contracts under management, there's a lot of things that are happening for sports athletes. We have the NFL Combine in Indianapolis right now and over the weekend. I don't know why they don't have it in Los Angeles where the weather's great. What can you do in Indianapolis when it's so cold outside? It's so cold outside. But the NFL allows a 3% max for the contract for the NFL. NHL is 4%, NBA is 4%. Major League Baseball is 5%, but they decide that they don't want to play. They don't want to play. I don't want to go outside and play. It's a crazy world. Just got through COVID. I mean, people can do what they want to do. The CDC is talking about lifting restrictions, but there's still fatalities happening in this country based on COVID. Google what's going on around the happiest place on earth in Orange County. I mean, you can look all over the place. You still got to protect yourself. But it's all fair and level where money would tend to win out over things. But if you just keep in mind, everything is possible when you have opportunities. And I really do appreciate the opportunities that are coming to Big C Sports. I also want to say thank you to the California Lottery and the Powerball, the Mega Millions, Fantasy 5, like tonight's Mega Million. And like I always say, I'm going to win that lottery. I believe it. Come on, give me some praise. Maybe God will hear that. I won the lottery. It's just $100 million. but I could take it. All straight 11 more. But Coach Mariucci also, Steve Mariucci, former coach of the 49ers, he had mentioned in the playoffs a PSA that he did on television about people who gamble too much. We know in 2018, the Supreme Court passed legalized gambling in the United States before they passed the voting rights bill. Because it was more important for them good boys to make more money. And sometimes people get in over their heads. If you know anyone dealing with a gambling issue, 800-GAMBLER, pick up the phone, call 800-GAMBLER, that's GAMBLER. Even as fast as I speak, you can GAMBLER. I love speaking fast because that way I get more things done. I do everything fast. I eat fast. I drink fast. I even sleep fast. Growing up in a house with a lot of brothers and sisters, you got to learn to pee fast. That's the truth. So man, because sometimes you just gotta do things fast. I also want to say thank you to the Veterans Crisis Hotline. They really are experienced, helping veterans and their loved ones get help. Veterans need help. Practically my whole family is veterans. Dad was Air Force, a brother who was in the Army, and a nephew in the Marine. And really do appreciate other people that I've met over the years that do good work. But the Veterans Crisis Hotline, they really help people who are going through issues when they have post-traumatic stress disorder. And their experience helping veterans and their loved ones get help. It could even be you. And rumor has it they will stand on their head to get you some help. 800-273-8255. That's 800-273-8255. Or you can text 838-255. That's 838-255, 838-255. If you're online, simply go to veteranscrisisline.net. That's veteranscrisisline.net, and give our veterans and first responders some praise. They do a great job making sure that people get help. I also want to say thank you to Budweiser Zero. It has 0% alcohol, but it has 100% honest game. Sports fans, when you're watching a big game, you want to eat the Big C Burger. It's a tasty burger, and it comes with what's all in the meat. Also, when you're having to have that Big C cup of coffee, it comes in one size, extra large. Why does the cup gotta be so big? And hopefully coming soon, the Big C cookie. This is not the mean as an insult to anyone, but why does the cookie have to be so big? Happy Friday. Why does the cookie have to be so big? I understand the Big C burger is a tasty burger with all the exotic meat, but sometimes cookies are too big. If you remember Mrs. Fields, you would go into the shopping malls when they had malls that were open before Amazon took over. And they'd give you that one slice of cookie about the size of your pinky finger. With a Big C cookie, you get the whole sample. You get one whole sample, get that surprise. You get the whole cookie, not just the one slice. Why does the cookie have to be so big? Oh, Lord have mercy. It tastes better in your mouth than it does in your hands. And speaking of things that are so big, I'm going to take the Big C pause. Oh, but no, that's a Big C timeout. We're going to come back. We're going to talk more about sports and the sports. Man, a lot of sports coming up in the sports universe. And words of former California governor Arnold Schwarzenegger and the Terminator. I'll be back. All right, we're back from the Big C pause, also known as the Big C timeout. You can follow Big C Sports 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on 23 podcast applications all over the universe and streaming on 4 TV applications as well. As you hear it down in the desert coming up on Saturday night, it's time for the UFC 272. Those good old boys, they used to be roommates, and now they don't like each other. And I think this is real. I don't think it's animated. The Ultimate Fighting Championship, we're looking at it for the UFC, is going to stage this early weigh-ins. They've already had the weigh-ins, both of them coming in at 170 pounds. But think about this. It's amazing. It's coming up on Saturday night on March the 5th inside a T-Mobile Arena in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. And when you think about these two guys, Covington versus Mazvadov, they used to be roommates. I believe that Covington actually needed a place to stay one time, and he stayed with Mazvadov, but it should be one of the classic grudge matches, if that makes sense to you. The Ultimate Fighting Championship at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada for the first time in 2022. Highly anticipated welterweight matchup that will have the number 1 ranked contender Colby Covington, who was beaten by Usman. Cameron Usman beat both of these guys. But right now they have number 1 ranked Colby Covington. He's going to fight his former teammate and roommate and supposedly best friend. Number 6 seed is Jorge Mazvadov. And Mazvadov has a lot of hype going into it. But to me, Mazvadov actually had, rumor has it, when Covington was kind of down on his luck, Mazvadov took him in and actually introduced him to his trainer. And supposedly some money things happened. He never gave him the money he was supposed to get after he won and after he started fighting competitively. And they had some bad blood. It could have just been rumor. I have no idea. But when you think about these two guys, they're former teammates and even roommates. Now, I know roommates can get into arguments at times, but never really to come to blows. Usually the cooler heads prevail. But you have the UFC's 272 fight pay-per-view. It's the main event, and the former lightweight champion and number 6 ranked Rafael Llanos is also going to be battling number 11 seed Rafael Fiziev in an individual 155-pound bout. But I want to go back to this Masvidal, this fight with Colby Covington. That's the headliner. And they call it a grudge match. But can you imagine fighting your former teammate and roommate, someone that you helped out? Covington comes in at 170 pounds. Mazvadov at 170.5 pounds. Is going down on Saturday night in Las Vegas, Nevada at T-Mobile Arena. And it's a big for the UFC to have the packed house down in Las Vegas, T-Mobile Arena. We know coming up soon, you're going to have all the tournament with I believe the Mountain West basketball tournament will be in Las Vegas. I know the Pac-12 basketball tournament, that's going to be in Las Vegas as well. I'll talk about that more coming up in next week's show. But these two guys, you would love to see a good fight. And oftentimes, fighters can stage things and make it seem like they really don't like each other. But I think with Covington and Masvidal, there's really some bad blood going on. And of course, that's an oxymoron. The bad blood, is there such thing as good blood? I guess there is when you get blood transfusion. But in the MMA, there's no such thing as good blood. It's all bad blood. And they step in it, they fight in it. Some of them, they get choked out in it in their own blood. It's not the easiest world of MMA. A lot of guys get beaten up really bad, and they're kind of fodder for the champions. But these guys have made their way into the octagon on a Saturday night down in Las Vegas, Nevada, and they're going to be looking at that. And I thought I was hitting record. And I didn't. So let me go back. I'm going to get it in there. Okay, here we go. I thought it was recording. It wasn't recording. This show must go on. I thought it was recording. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. All right, we are back from the Big C pause, also known as not recording. What's up with that? Platform, come on, platform, let's do it. It is not doing it, but it's not. If you think it's recording, but it's not, it's Siobhan. But the show always goes on. I'm going to go through this anyway. It may be recording, but something just happened with the platform. So I'm going to have to do it one more time. Come on. All's fair, love, and war. It may just happen to be that show. But I don't understand why it's not uploading, because it should upload. Let me see if I can do this again. Recording. That's interesting. That's interesting. Well, we got to keep going. The show must go on. It's on pause. It should be recording, but it's not. Having technical difficulties, at least when I'm on an airplane. Maybe Russian. Recording. And it's just paused. Well, maybe that's the way it's going to be. It's technical difficulties, ball, and now it should be recording, but it's not. So maybe today is a Friday show, abbreviated show. Either way, it should have gone all the way through. And it didn't. We're having technical difficulties. You can only blame the producer. That would do it. It's not doing it. It just jumped to 33 and 34. Okay, you're hearing live technical difficulties on the Big C Sports Podcast. That show has happened on ESPN2, ABC Sports. All of it's all happened on almost every platform. It's going on. Obviously, it has a mind of its own. It has a mind of its own. What if Venom Rain sell Fluff Pride? Okay, so we'll see. Maybe it picks up, maybe it won't. If you're hearing live broadcast, because the platform has frozen. The platform. Hey, I need a producer. You are the producer. Okay, well, obviously, it has a mind of its own on a beautiful Friday. And maybe, just maybe guess. That should be going. It should be broadcasting, but right now I have a platform that's on pause, but the numbers keep counting up. Okay, Lord, have mercy. All's fair, love and war. I'll see if it'll pause a second, and then